When you are humble like a servant, you wait for instructions, for meetings, for appointments. When you lose this humility, you cannot wait for anything or anyone. Are you hearing at all? I don't know whether you are hearing. Yes. You can't wait. When you have the humility of a servant, you will have the patience to wait for instructions. When you have lost the humility of a servant, you cannot wait for anything. You cannot wait outside the door. You cannot wait for the meeting to begin. You cannot wait if there is a delay in the program. Hey, the life of a servant is a life of waiting upon the master's pleasure. I tell you, when when humility has left you, you have no patience, especially for people you think are lesser than you. Yeah. Mercy. Hey. Can you wait? But you see, you can wait at a hospital. Why? Because sickness has humbled you. Here you are, proud man who cannot move his legs. What will you do? You have to wait on the doctor who is attending to whatever, or eating, or on his phone, or responding to WhatsApp till he is ready. Because sickness will humble you. You are this very psychedelic girl. You look down on truck drivers and taxi drivers. Hey, pharmacist and mommy, stupid man. Hey, talking by heart. You enter a doctor's, what do you call it? Because what is in your body has humbled you. Yes. A problem you have that has given you a bad smell in some areas that you cannot tell anybody has humbled you. Because you have put on extra perfume to neutralize it and it's still not neutralizable. Then when you go to the consulting room, the doctor says, lie down. You will lie down. You will lie down. You can't say, what do you mean? How dare you ask me to lie down? I'm not lying anywhere. Open your legs. Oh, why? What is that? Doctor, I don't accept such a... You can't say that. Because as for sickness, it humbles you. That's why I say, humble yourself before sickness, some disease, or some kind of calamity will humble you rather. You wait. When you lose that, most of us who cannot wait for training, there's going to be a teaching session, you can't wait. Even the service, you are watching the service, then at a point you want to go off. Pride is often what makes people, it's like, I can't wait for you to finish preaching. When you are humble like a servant, you'll be there. The preacher is on, you are there. Sometimes it's 30 minutes, you are there. Sometimes 45 minutes, you are there. Sometimes 1 hour, you are coolly just... It's like whenever God finishes, he asks me. Because if you go to a hospital, you can't say when they have opened your stomach and they are fixing things in you and so on. Then you say that, look, hurry up, otherwise I'll get up. Really? And there are people in churches who tell themselves, bishop or pastor, hurry up, otherwise me, I'm going. And they get up and they go. And God has not finished his work in their life. So by the time they leave, they've left with their sickness. They've left with their disease. Naaman the Syrian, the Bible says that he was an army general in Syria, but he was a leper. He came to the prophet. The prophet didn't even come out of his house. You see, when you are a servant, if a prophet doesn't come out of his house, it's not a problem. But it was a problem for him because he was an army general. How dare he not come out of his house to come and even see me? How does he just send me to go and bath in dirty rivers that we have better ones in our country? Why didn't he send me to the better rivers in our country? Why has he brought me to this dirty one? He got out the Bible here and he left and he was going. But he had a servant, a little girl. You see, when you are a servant, you are the one who can say, if the prophet asked you to do something wild, will you not have done it? 2 Kings chapter 5, I think it is. He says, his servants came near and spake unto him, said, My father, if the prophet had bid thee do some great thing, wouldest thou not have done it? How much rather then when he said to thee, wash and be clean? Why are you so bored with this particular instruction? Pride will make you angry at this type of thing. That when you are look at verse 12 or so, verse 12 or verse 11. Let's go a bit behind. Verse 11. He says, and Naaman was wroth and went away and said, behold, I thought he will surely come out to me and stand. You see, it's your pride that wants you to say, pastor has not visited me, I'm leaving the church. He has not come to me. Doesn't call me. Why don't you call him? If you call him, he will be talking to you the same as he has called. But he didn't call. I am the one who called. You see, if you do that, you will miss beloved too. If the guy loves me, he should call. Then your phone is there. Pick the call. Pick the phone and call the call. But see, pride. I don't want to be the one. If he, then he should also. Meanwhile, you like the thing too, and you want. No forehead to money, no touching. You are sitting there like that, as if you don't like. He should call. Meanwhile, you want to talk to him too. But if every time I'm the one calling, every time, but call. One day it will be him calling every time, but you call and make yourself humble. Many people are not humble, so they don't get beloveds or wives, husbands.